Hi, my name is Laurel Mo. Today I will be giving a presentation on human performance technology and online instructional designs in corporate settings. Today's presentation will include an overview of human performance technology and online instructional designs in corporate settings, human performance technology foundations, human performance technology and organizational instructional design, workplace learning, human factors affecting online instruction, ontological instructional design for workplace online learning, human performance technology and the fourth industrial revolution, conclusions, and some final thoughts. Abachi and Pershing, 2017, stated that human performance technology models should be validated to ensure their credibility and to understand their limitations of use so that they can be refined for future applications beyond their original scope. This is especially important today as corporations are compelled to increase employee knowledge in order to maintain a competitive market lead as described by Adair Cheng and Ching-Ye 2020. This paper examined the evolution of human performance technology and workplace learning from its historical foundations to modern corporate ontological online instructional designs to illustrate that human performance technology and instructional designs must be constantly validated to remain credible and responsive in a world of continuous flux. O'Driscoll, 2015, stated that people act within the circumstances of their functional systems. Therefore, performance improvements are predicated upon the knowledge and control of functional system factors. The author stated that the major variables affecting human performance included performance specifications, task interference, consequences, feedback, knowledge and skill, and individual capacity. O'Driscoll, 2015, explained that causal analysis would follow the performance analysis such that appropriate interventions could be selected. The author explained that the influence of individual and organizational variables of consequence, information, environment, resources, tools, motives, capacities, and knowledge and skills on identified performance gaps will be determined during the causal analysis. Bickelmeyer and Kang, 2019a, believed that existing human performance technology models were limited in scope and did not include all of the human performance variables. Consequently, the authors created a comprehensive human performance equation model based on an historical review of human performance models. The authors stated that their comprehensive human performance equation model included major variables of process support systems that are comprised of organizational systems, environmental elements, tools and resources, and incentives, as well as human behaviors that are comprised of individual capacity, knowledge and skills, and motivation. Stefaniak, 2018, stated that instruction may be a possible intervention that has been established by a human performance technology performance analysis, though it may be paired with a non-instructional intervention. The author explained that association of instructional design with human performance technology means that they have similar characteristics of being evidence-based, guided by standards, systematic, and continuously evaluated. Consequently, Stefaniak 2018 stated that instructional design is concerned with the entirety of the organizational setting. The author explained that the system's view of instructional design has the following aspects. The view is holistic. The view is centered on relationships between system components, and systems are viewed as contained within bigger systems. Therefore, the author stated that instructional designers must think about how all system components influence the attainment of knowledge, as well as the socio-political and cultural aspects of the organizational context. From a human performance technology viewpoint, instruction is intended to improve performance, as Stefaniak 2018 discussed. Accordingly, the author stated that instructional designs are to be resilient and facilitate long-term performance improvements throughout the organization in order to ensure that training is sustainable. Stefaniak 2018 noted that instructional designers must understand how system components function with each other such that they can understand the positive and negative influences that training could have on the organization. Consequently, instructional designs must also be concerned with organizational mission, values, resources, and infrastructure context in addition to the attainment of educational objectives. Stefaniak 2018. Gallen-Zaguri 2016 stated that learning consists of those actions that facilitate the acquisition of knowledges and skills by an individual through cognitive changes that lead to the modification of behavior. The authors explained that learning can occur in a variety of venues, including instructor-led classroom training, electronic media learning, self-study, simulations, and on-the-job training. Gallen-Zaguri 2016 stated that when learning is recommended as a human performance technology intervention, that the acquisition of skills and knowledges is presumed to result in performance improvements. The authors analyzed learning for competency and described 5 moments or instances when individuals may need assistance in transforming learning into applied knowledge. Gallen-Zaguri 2016 described these moments of need as initial learning, additional learning, applied learning, problem solving, and the adaptation to change in the work setting. Since a learning ecosystem includes the demonstration of acquired knowledges and skills through their application in a real-world setting, the authors concluded that learning as a performance intervention would only be effective if additional performance interventions consisting of performance support systems were included. Gallen-Zaguri 2016 explained that a process support system consists of those processes and actions intended to enable competency through the application of timely guidance and instruction during the 5 moments of learning need. The authors also stated that research has demonstrated that the inclusion of performance-based training during programs of instruction as a process support system facilitates educational outcomes that are effective and efficient. Consequently, Gallen-Zaguri 2016 concluded that learning performance interventions should be augmented with process support systems that could include actions ranging from preliminary experience-based training to on-the-job training. Tamez 2016 stated that human performance technology and instructional systems design have a common systems basis and are equally influenced by theories of performance learning and cognitive and behavioral psychology. Consequently, the author explained that instructional systems design performance-based models that are grounded in systems theory would be applicable as human performance technology interventions to consistently encompass the dynamic nature of complex relationships of settings, organizations, activities, and individuals at any given time. Tamez 2016 described performance-based models as those models not limited to instruction that avail a defined structure for individual and organizational performance improvement. The authors stated that performance-based training differs from education in that performance-based training is results-oriented and concerned with individual competencies in specific applied work settings, while education is focused on the dissemination of knowledge that could be applied in a wide range of situations. Tamez 2016 explained that human performance technology causal analysis seeks to align instructional systems design with organizational performance results through interventions derived from the identification of real individual performance gaps that may be caused by factors other than lack of knowledge. Consequently, the authors stated that the objective of performance-based instructional systems design is to establish interventions that are not based on gaps of knowledge or skill. Tamez 2016 concluded that the prevalence of cross-disciplinary teams makes it important for instructional designers to understand the common human performance technology and instructional systems design frameworks so that interventions can be agile, responsive, and effective in a world that has become more complex. Bickelmeyer and Kang 2019b proposed a human performance technology model consisting of process support systems, including organizational systems, environmental elements, tools and resources, and incentives, and human behaviors that included individual capacity, knowledge and skills, and motivation. The authors stated that the acquisition of knowledge and skills can be attained through education, training, and informal training. Bickelmeyer and Kang 2019b considered education to be a costly means of acquiring individual knowledges and skills. However, it does provide long-term career educational opportunities that can culminate in achieving the status of a subject matter expert. The authors stated that training is the most common means of acquiring worker knowledges and skills, though it is most often considered as a cost than an investment. Bickelmeyer and Kang 2019b found that informal learning outside of instructional settings is becoming more prevalent in the workplace. Consequently, the authors suggested that informal learning may be a more cost-effective performance intervention than formal learning. Bickelmeyer and Kang 2019b stated that formal learning interventions through education or training should be developed with training needs analyses that align organizational needs with individual needs. The authors explained that training needs analyses should identify performance problems, reflect management approval and a positive attitude regarding training, act to gather evaluation data, and document the costs and benefits of training. Bickelmeyer and Kang 2019b stated that training needs analyses should approach the acquisition of individual work-specific knowledges and skills with task-focused training and organizational performance improvement with performance-based training. The authors recommended enhancing informal learning through mentoring, self-directed learning, and dialogue with peers and subject matter experts. According to Wu 2016, online instructional designs place control of learning with the student, which causes teachers to function as course facilitators as opposed to agents for the delivery of knowledge, as in the case of traditional instructional designs. The effect of this learning relationship, as the author explained, is that the online instructional design and its learner become two distinct entities that dynamically interact with each other. Consequently, Wu 2016 stated that learners become societal associates of the online instructional design context, such that the interaction of their discrete learning settings and behaviors with the online learning system forms a significant aspect of their educational involvement. Wu 2016 stated that the dynamic relationship of the student with the online learning system inherently motivates learner self-organization and facilitates critical and innovative instructional designs. Consequently, the author concluded that instructional evaluation factors of interaction and motivation logically differ between online instructional designs and traditional instructional designs. Accordingly, Wu 2016 stated that online learning systems must be judiciously designed with instructional methods that are appropriate for incorporation into educational technology that are merely not replacements for teachers and traditional instructional designs. The author also noted that the increased availability of digital imagery, sources, and technological advances for online instructional designs is cause for analysis of the dynamic influences of student cognition, emotions, and somatic effect on their online educational involvement and subsequent knowledge acquisition. Asghar and Rashid 2016 stated that student engagement consists of the cognitive, emotional, and somatic interactions and reactions that can occur in a learning environment. According to the authors, student engagement in settings with online instructional designs can lead to greater instructional involvement, willingness to learn, and scholastic motivation than could be attributed to the engagement of students who were in traditional settings without educational technology. Asghar and Rashid 2016 explained that online instructional technologies can facilitate student engagement by availing a variety of interactional means for scholastic application, including annotation and commentary, participatory medium, ancillary research, software, applications, peer collaboration, and learner-instructor discussions. The authors stated that online instructional designs that enable learner, instructor, and subject matter connections can increase student engagement and subsequent increases in educational attainment. According to Asghar and Rashid 2016, online instructional designs facilitate the development of individualized learning environments which can foster self-directed learning, resource management, and critical thinking. However, the authors emphasized the importance of ensuring that educational technology incorporates instructional processes that improve both student engagement and self-directed learning, with the understanding that the context of educational technology use is of greater importance than the utility that it provides. Consequently, Asghar and Rashid 2016 concluded that the role of the instructor as a facilitator is significant in ensuring that self-directed learners do not perpetuate mistakes that may occur during periods of unmonitored interaction with the online educational system. Dare Chiang and Qingye 2020 stated that knowledge is the most significant asset in the current global economy. Accordingly, the authors noted that the ability of a company to compete in the world market is dependent on its corporate knowledge base and the talent of its personnel. Consequently, Dare Chiang and Qingye 2020 maintained that effectual organizational learning is critical for the establishment and sustainment of a corporate market lead. The authors stated that employee learning is, therefore, important, since organizational learning can only be attained by the accumulation of knowledge from its employees. Dear Chang and Ching-Ye 2020 stated that online instructional designs provide company personnel the opportunity to acquire knowledge at any time and in any place. The authors explained that the flexible availability of online learning designs consequently bolsters and enhances the accumulation of corporate knowledge. Dear Chiang and Ching-Ye 2020 found that company personnel online learning engagement was positively affected by corporate affirmation to learning and its competitive psychological climate. The authors stated that a corporate affirmation to learning informs company personnel that knowledge acquisition is valued, that company personnel learning is encouraged, and that errors that occur during learning are understood and accepted. Dare Chiang and Ching-Ye 2020 explained that company personnel motivation to learn is positively influenced when they believe that their educational performance is valued by their employers and also a personal benefit for career purposes. The authors stated that a competitive psychological climate in which results are highly regarded can also positively influence personnel knowledge acquisition and enhance motivation to excel at online learning. According to Rani et al. 2016, online learning is facilitated by computation ontologies in learning management systems that articulate the subject knowledge domain in an ordered structure, that are responsive to student learning characteristics, and that can provide improved student learning evaluation. The authors stated that ontologies provide for conventional terminology for sharing knowledge acquisition, reemployment of learning objects, knowledge conceptualization, individualized learning, and efficiency. Rani et al. 2016 explained that learning objects corroborated with meaningful beliefs are the foundation of ontologies by associating subject matter with its conceptual knowledge. The authors elaborated that ontologies are descriptions of knowledge domains with ordered hierarchies, defined associations with other domains, and common user vocabulary to aid data processing and inter-computer communications. Bakanova et al. 2018 described an ontological instructional approach to corporate online training designed to ensure that employees understand the corporate knowledge base while also contributing to it. The authors stated that characteristics of learners and their association with the learning object form the ontology of the employee. Bakanova et al. 2018 explained that the corporate online learning platform uses the ontology to recommend training based on matching user profiles, pre-established learning paths, collaborative filtering, and semantic equivalence. The authors stated that the ontological online instructional design is efficient as it adapts to the prior knowledge and learning style of the employee. Bakanova et al. 2018 stated that the ontological instructional design allows the corporate knowledge base and training system to be continuously updated with information collected from the employee during collaborative filtering. Consequently, the authors reported that employees are trained over time to a corporate knowledge base that is constantly refreshed with new data. The description of the fourth industrial revolution with smart factories, cyber-physical systems to augment human physical performance, robots, and artificial intelligence in manufacturing and production facilities by Baudet et al. 2017 presented a compelling reason for why human performance technology models must be based on theory and research, continuously tested and modified. The authors stated that work tasks will become more non-routine, while skill sets will require responsive, high-order thought processes. Consequently, Baudet et al. 2017 suggested that traditional views of human performance and contemporary human performance technology models may be challenged by new aspects of smart industries such as augmented reality devices, CPS wearables, and collaboration with robots and artificial intelligence systems that will require research to establish appropriate models of human performance technology in order to identify and address performance issues with these new technologies. Dare Chang and Qing Ye, 2020, concluded that organizational learning is critical for the sustainment of a corporate market lead. Therefore, the authors stated that employee learning is of importance since organizational learning can only be attained by the accumulation of knowledge from its employees. Dare Chang and Qing Ye, 2020, stated that online instructional designs in the workplace provide employees the opportunity to acquire knowledge at any time and in any place. The authors explained that the flexible availability of online learning designs consequently strengthens and enhances the accumulation of corporate knowledge. Rani et al. 2016 found that online learning is facilitated by computational ontologies and learning management systems that articulate the subject knowledge domain in an ordered structure that are responsive to student learning characteristics and that can provide student evaluation. Bakanova et al. 2018 described an ontological instructional approach to corporate online training designed to ensure that employees understand the corporate knowledge base while also contributing to it. The authors stated that the ontological instructional design allows the corporate knowledge base and training system to be continuously updated with information collected from the employee during collaborative filtering. While many of the early human performance technology fundamentals described by O'Driscoll 2015 remain the same, technological advances and corresponding changes in corporate knowledge acquisition requirements as described by researchers such as Dare Chang and Qing Ye 2020 illustrate the statement by Abachi et al. 2016 that human performance technology practices and models must be continuously tested and modified to meet the needs of a world that is continuously in flux economically and sociologically. As stated by Baudet et al. 2017, historical perspectives of human performance and contemporary human performance technology models may be invalidated by the features of emerging smart industries such as augmented reality devices, cyber physical system wearables, and collaboration with robots and artificial intelligence systems that will require research to establish valid human performance technology models in order to identify and address human performance issues with these advanced technologies. In the words of Nicholas Copernicus, to know that we know what we know, and to know that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. Thank you for watching my presentation.